Hello everyone and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, a little bit later in the video, not too much later, I will be talking about a couple of projects that I'm working on that y'all have asked me about, and I will show you the progress on that and where I am as far as getting the pattern out and maybe finishing the garment so that you can see it, and I think I'll be modeling it. I won't insist that Crystal do it, but I will do it myself. So I always want to show people how things look on a person, and even though Crystal's a wonderful model, that's not the same as a human person wearing a sweater or a cowl or something like that. So I will be modeling the items that I make, and I've always basically done that, but every now and then I'll let Crystal step in, and if it's appropriate we'll continue to do that. But for the most part I like to model my own garments. I like to show you how they look on an actual person. So I want to thank you all for your well wishes for my trip yesterday. I don't want this to be a reality show, but I do tell you some things that happened to me, and one was the baptism of our grandson yesterday, our third, and we were really excited. It was a beautiful day. It was sunny and warm, 67 degrees, and it was just perfect weather. Franklin was perfect as usual. He was not crying. He was just enjoying the experience, and the parents were real proud of him as well as us. And the other set of grandparents were there as well, so we had a wonderful family day. Then we had lunch at my daughter's house, and then we came home and watched the Super Bowl, which I did watch. And I'm veering off my plan for my video, but I did want to address the Super Bowl. I love football. I watch a lot of football. I enjoy it because I crochet to it and I'm not wasting my time, but I am enjoying a sports event. My husband likes to watch football, so we do that together, and y'all already knew that. But the halftime show last night, I was not very pleased with, but not that they're trying to please me by any stretch of the imagination, but I just felt like it was off the wall, and I really wish they would think twice about who's watching the Super Bowl. There are a lot of young children, a lot of teenagers that watch it, as well as young adults, and all those of us that are over 50. And I wonder if they're really thinking about that. I truly don't think they are. But I don't recommend anybody watch it. I felt like it was just a little bit too far craziness, and it might have entertained some people, but it didn't entertain me. But I did watch the whole thing so that I could speak to it honestly, and that's what I'm doing right now. So that's all I'll say about that. I know some of y'all might disagree with me, but I really felt like in the view of modesty and decorum, I think it was way too far off the wall. So I'll just leave it at that. Now, I thank you for all your well wishes, though. I appreciate that. Let me show you what progress I've made on my V-neck sweater, because I've been working on it, and I am getting close to being finished. I have finished the sleeves, and I did make them short sleeves. I'm going to stand up and just hold this up to me because it's not ready to wear yet. But as you can see, this is the V-neck. I have not put an edging around here yet. That'll be my last step. But what I did was I made this short sleeve, and I did put a band around the bottom, but it's not very big. It's not huge. I thought you could wear it like this, or you could flip it up and wear it about this long. It'll be totally up to you. And you could also add another section of black and orange, or whatever color you decide to make it in, down at the bottom of the sleeve, and then put the band on to make the sleeves even longer, but not quite all the way to the wrist. So that'll be a total option for you. You can design the sweater however you want, which is how I like you to do. I want you to take my patterns and design your own beautiful sweaters in the colors and the yarns that you select, not the ones that I select. But I do usually put the name of the yarn and the hook sizes and all that I used. That doesn't mean that you have to, because there are no stitch counts in my pattern outline. So the stitch numbers that you will come up with will be different from the ones that I use. That's why I don't normally use stitch counts. Now, I did use stitch counts in my cowl patterns. I do that even though you can make them as long as you want and with every hook and with any hook and yarn that you want. But I do give those for a basic. If somebody wants to make the exact same cowl that I'm making, then I'll say how many stitches I use to start out with. So that's kind of how I work with my cowl patterns. But for my sweater patterns, I don't put stitch counts in there because I just don't think it's right for me to tell you exactly how to make it when I'm offering it as a design recipe for you to make. So that said, that's how far I've gotten on my V-neck sweater. Now I am making another sweater, which is a gray cashmere sweater out of the Knit Picks gray color, which is my non-color that I talked about last week. It's so soft and I do really like it, but I will tell you, I don't love to talk about the mistakes that I make, but I do talk about them because I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. So I'm going to tell you what I did with this sweater. I showed you last week the piece that I had made, which was the front or back, either one. They're going to both be probably the same as far as this goes, this part of the sweater. But I did show you that it's in a single crochet, and I said I'm making this with a K hook, which I was. Well, I forgot that. I didn't write it down. First mistake. I didn't write it down. And so when I went to crochet the sweater again this weekend, I was really going to work hard on the other piece. I picked up a J hook, and I didn't pay any attention to my video that I had on last week where I was explaining to you how I made that. And I picked up a J hook and I made the other piece the same with the cross, but I used a J hook. And as you can see, this is, well, I don't know if you can see that, but the stitches are too small. They're not terribly small. They're just slightly smaller than the K. So I'll be ripping this out and starting again because I'm not going to have one side of it look different from the other. I really don't want to do that, even though it's just a sample of what will be in the pattern. If I'm going to wear it, I really want it to look perfect. And this is the same width as the other piece, but it is made with a smaller stitch. And even though it's just slightly smaller, I'm not comfortable with that. So I'm going to be frogging this out, and that's going to put me back a little bit on that particular project. But that's okay. I want it to look really nice when I get finished with it, and I want to be able to wear it. And I could probably go ahead and continue it and start with a K hook and just keep going, but I won't be doing that. I will be frogging that out this week. So that will be part of my process, getting the pattern out and getting the sweater finished in the color block style. So that's what I'll be doing with it. This section of the video is just a quick section about fashion for 2020. And I watch a lot of fashion YouTubes. They're just part of my feed that comes in, and I really enjoy watching the women that are a little bit more modest. They do show the trends for the 2020 season, and sometimes I pick up on those just for colors and types of fabrics, things like that. The trends for 2020, the colorways are beautiful. They are some chartreuse, which of course is one of my favorites, and red and blue. And classic blue, like this color right here, is one of the colors for 2020. And if you're not familiar with that, the Pantone Company, P-A-N-T-O-N-E, Pantone Company, kind of directs the fashion industry and the home dec industry in what colors should be available for this season. And it sounds kind of weird, but that way everybody can kind of coordinate their colors together. The furniture makers, the paint manufacturers, the fashion designers all create colors that all work with those particular colors, and then it allows the designers to come up with beautiful clothes that fit into those categories that can be worn with each other. So I think that's mainly the reason. This season, the classic blue is one of the favored colors in the Pantone mix. Another favored color is red, and red is one of my favorite colors. I don't always make everything out of red, but I do like red. And so another fashion trend for 2020 is crochet. I was so excited to see that on Erin Busby's YouTube channel. She is very good about talking about fashion trends and how you can fit them into your wardrobe if you're over 40. So that kind of speaks to me, and I thought, well, when she said crochet, I went, wow, crochet is big this year. And she showed some photos of the fashion designers that are incorporating crochet into their beautiful clothing, and some of it is off the wall. I agree. The fashion designers they're always so extreme, but when you pull that in and you incorporate it into your wardrobe, it helps you to have something different in your wardrobe every year. I always try to get at least one thing in my wardrobe that's a little bit trendy, but not crazy and not weird and not immodest. So those are kind of my parameters for that. But this year, I am going to put out the pattern for this particular top. And I made this last year when I first started my YouTube channel, and I did not put the pattern out because I just wasn't writing patterns, and I just made this out of the blue, and I used bamboo pop yarn. And a lot of you have asked me where the pattern is for it, because I have a lot of patterns on my Etsy shop, but this is not one of them. And when you go back and watch some of my old YouTube videos, and I'll put a link to this one down, hopefully I can find it, down in the description box. But this was a top that I made last year, and it's red and it's crocheted. So I thought, I'll bring this back. I will write the pattern for it, and you can make it in something similar to this. Now, this is made with bamboo pop yarn, and it's a beautiful, beautiful yarn. I really, really like it. It's a number 2 yarn. It's cotton, but it also includes bamboo. So if you'll look at that, it's quite gorgeous in person. I really like it, and I modeled it on a YouTube video, and I will put the link down there for you so you can see it. But I love the way that the trim turned out. I made the top, actually it looks like double crochet with a small hook, and then I did a really pretty trim on here. I was just crocheting away, and I decided to put a trim on it, so I put a pretty good size trim, a scoop neck for the front, and just a straight across back. And then I did the sleeves in just an edging. I did maybe 6 rows of edging here. I did not extend the sleeve. Now, that is something that could actually be done. And I have some black bamboo pop that I bought, and I started a top with it, and y'all might remember my talking about it. It's going to have elbow sleeves, and it made very much like this bamboo pop top, only in black and with an elbow sleeve, which is what a lot of you asked me to do. These short cap sleeves are not for everybody. In fact, for me, they're probably not all that great this year. I looked okay last year in them. I wasn't real thrilled with it, but I was trying to get over myself. But honestly, I look better with an elbow sleeve, or at least a short sleeve, on my arms. They are not 16-year-old arms anymore, and so I'm there. I understand that. Some people can rock their arms. They don't care what they look like, and I'm great for that. But I am really not in that camp anymore. I really should have a little bit more sleeve in my garments. Now, I will write the pattern like it shows, and then I'll also put the option of extending the sleeve out and maybe putting a band at the bottom there at the elbow. So just wanted you to know that. I'll be working on this in the next few weeks. I've got it on my desk so I don't forget, and I'll write the pattern for that, and then you'll have it. Because I think I've got 1 or 2 more tops that I have made and I've created, but I haven't written the pattern for yet. And they're spring tops and summer tops. So I'll be doing that and getting them out there so that y'all can make those if you feel like you want to. On Wednesday's video, I want to tell you this ahead of time. I am going to show my mom's granny square sweater. Today wasn't a good day for that because I have some other things that I want to do. But on Wednesday, I will be showing her sweater, and that'll be my show and tell video for my season of granny contribution to the YouTube community. So I'm going to show that on Wednesday. I'm also going to show what's in something that I'm giving away. I haven't really shown that to you yet, but I'll be showing that. And then I think I'm going to have a new project bag tonight. I think when I get to Bell's that Joe is going to present me with my new project bag, and I hope that I have that, and if I do, I will show that to you on Wednesday as well. So today I want to talk about a giveaway because today is Monday, and I try to have a giveaway every Monday of some sort so that we can have some fun together, and I look forward to Friday when we give them away. So this week I received my crochet surprise box in the mail, and as you know, every time I get this box every month, I give it away to one of my subscribers. So I'm not allowed to show what's in here until the 5th. So on Wednesday, I will open this and I will show it to y'all. But on Friday, we will give it away. So this is part of the giveaway for Friday. I have 3 giveaways, and one of them will receive the crochet surprise box for the month of February. So that's that. I just wanted to show you that. I'm not allowed to open it up yet, but I'm excited. I haven't even opened it, so I'll look at it and we'll take a look at it on Wednesday and see what's in there. Also on Friday, I'll be giving away 2 other prizes, and they will both be a copy of my Kimberly Cowl pattern. Now, the copy of the pattern will also come with a skein of Red Heart Colorscapes yarn, which is how I made my Kimberly Cowl. I used this yarn with this pattern. So I'm going to send this out to one of my subscribers and let them make a Kimberly Cowl from this particular yarn. And this is exactly what I used, and it's plenty to make the cowl with this one skein. So I'm going to send that out to one of my subscribers, whoever wins the giveaway. Also, for giveaway number 3, we'll receive the same pattern with this yarn, and this is the Dublin yarn. This is the Rome yarn. So one of you will receive one and one will receive the other. If you want to enter the giveaway, just put a comment down in the comment section. And the keyword this week is blue, B-L-U-E, one of the colors for the fashion season coming up. So the colorway is blue, and we're going to call that a keyword for this particular week. So if you want to enter the giveaway, put a comment down there and use the keyword blue, B-L-U-E. So that's what we're doing for Friday. I'm excited. I love my Kimberly Cowl. In fact, that is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my Kimberly Cowl. It's not hard to make. I've had a lot of people write me and say, I really liked your pattern because it's simple. It's not difficult. It has a 1 row repeat and a 1 section repeat on that row. So it's not hard to make. You can whip them up just like that. They're great for gifts. And if you actually use a fingering weight yarn, which I haven't done yet, I might try to do that. And you maybe use the Comfy Cotton yarn by Lion Brand. I have a ton of that up there that might be pretty in a spring cowl that you could wear with a short sleeve top or a sleeveless top. And maybe not make it as wide. You probably want to make it this wide and make it out of white or a light blue or some color like that. That's a nice addition to a spring or summer top. And if you're in air conditioning, it helps if you have a little something on your neck, so you could make a pretty cowl to go with a tank top or a sleeveless top or even a short sleeve top to wear out. And you can take it off when you get hot. You don't have to keep it on. But it's something that you could do in maybe a fingering or a number 3 weight and make it a little bit more narrow, and just do a few rows of the pattern repeat and you'll have it. So I may try to do that. I'll see what I can come up with and show it to you maybe later in the week. So I'm going to scoot out of here. I hope you have a wonderful week. I will be back on Wednesday with my show and tell with the Granny Square sweater that I promised I'd show you last week, and I hope you'll join me then, where we find out what's on the hook.